Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the next update for my project Apocalypse. In this project I'm going through all of my lip products in my collection and I'm using them all, as well as trying to use up 21, or actually 22 lip products I guess this year, but I have 21 in the project. So I'm going to go through all of the items that I'm working on, as well as the 10 I randomized last month for my kind of rating system, as well as randomize 10 new items, or like I guess draw 10 new items for the next month. So that's going to be the video for today, but before I jump into any of that, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just jump into the video. So I would say that this video is heavily inspired by two people. First off is Kat from KitschSnitch. She made a project Apocalypse last year, which I think she still has it going actually, but she made a project Apocalypse last year, and I got really inspired to do something similar. Although I don't want to just try out my lipsticks, I also want to use some up, which is why I kind of did my own tweak to it. And I'm also inspired by Ashley from Lovelies lipstick, because she did I can't remember what she called the project, but it was like some sort of lipstick roulette series where she picked lipsticks to work on, and she wanted to use each lipstick 10 times. I don't have a number goal on mine, but she did put in a rating system in hers, and I have adapted that into mine as well. So lip products I am randomizing or drawing the 10 random ones. I do rate each month just to give like an overview to my collection, and then at the end of the year I will know kind of how many like favorites I have, like a rating number 5 or like 4, 3 and so on. So I just have a better overview in case I do want to declutter what's my favorites and what's not. So that's kind of where I am standing at the moment. But yeah, I'm just going to jump into the products. I'm going to start with the part that is the project pan kind of thing, so with the 21 products that I'm working on. So I'm going to go through those, and if you've been following along with this project, I have 5 focus lip products each month, or like all the time. So if I hit gold on one of them, I roll them out and roll in a new focus. So let's start with those 5. So the first lipstick I have to talk about is my matte lipstick in Plumful, and this has been a focus lipstick from the start, and this is how much I have left of it. So it's definitely getting quite small now. I have used it an initial 9 times in the past month, and that's a total of 23 uses, and I'm getting pretty good progress on this. I'm going to go ahead and show you my progress lines, but yeah, you can see it right there. That is where it is. So I have pretty steady progress. I am very happy with where I am, and I think this is definitely one that I will finish up eventually. I like having this in because it's a really nice lip product to work on. I actually really like this one, so I'm not really pushing myself to use it up necessarily, but it might be a focus for the month of April because it's not a deep lipstick, but it's a little bit deeper than some of the other springtime colors that I'm going for. So I think this might be one that I focus on now in the next month, just to get as much use out of it as possible, so I don't have it hanging around in summer, because I don't think this is going to be the lipstick that I want to wear in summer. And if that happens, that is still around when it maybe like May, June, I mean maybe it was May, but when June comes around, I might roll this out and take it back in as a focus lipstick in autumn again, but we'll take that as we get to it. But I'm going to focus more on this in the next month. The next focus lipstick is one of my Colourpop lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Mirror Mirror. This one I have used 17 times in the last month for a total of 27. I'm not going to roll this up because it has the attach from the bottom. I can get it up, but I don't want to accidentally break it, so I'm not going to roll it up now. But I actually don't have much progress on this. I actually wasn't able to make a new line, but the reason for that is because I've been using this regularly. I've used it mainly as a cream blush. Actually, I think I only used it as a cream blush in the past month, but I did make it like a slant again, because if you recall from my last update, I had actually broken this, or like it had fallen off a bit at the tip, and I have since kind of started getting that slant back and using it like, you know, I use it like I said as cream blush, but even on my lips. And I think that's all the progress I got. So I wasn't able to draw a new line unfortunately, but I have been using it. And just to show you, that is the previous month's progress line. So like I said, some of that did fall out, but I did also use it obviously. So that is currently what I am with this lipstick. Next up we have another lipstick that I really love. This is my Revlon lip butter in the shade Pink Truffle. This is just like a nice brownie nude, and this is how much I have left of it. So again, not very much, but similarly to Plumful, I'm not pushing this one because it's a nice one that I use reach for when I'm out and about, when I don't know what to throw on, because this one goes with most things. Sometimes it's a little bit kind of off. For example, if I go for a really mauve tone look, this might not be the best one. But apart from that, this is like a perfect lipstick that I really love wearing, especially like I said when I'm out and about and I don't want to wear something super bright. In the past month I used this 16 times for a total of 33, and yeah, I have some good progress on this as well, so I'm going to go ahead and show you my progress lines. And you can see my progress lines right there. Hopefully you can see that I'm about halfway through the lipstick now. Yeah, I'm doing quite well with this, and I think this should definitely be done in the next 2 months or so. Again, I'm not pushing it. I think I could probably finish it in the next month, but I don't think I want to finish it yet, so my aim is going to be to finish this in the next 2 months. The next lipstick that I have as a focus is another Revlon lip butter, but this one is in the shade Sweet Tart, which was, because I did actually finish it, a beautiful kind of pinky tone. You can see it right there. It wasn't my absolute favorite lipstick, but I did actually really like it, and since it's a bit more sheer formula, even though it was a bright pink, it wasn't too overwhelming to wear on an everyday basis. And like I said, this was one of my focus lipsticks, and I did actually finish it, which is very exciting, which means I have another empty. I did finish one lipstick in the first update as well, so I'm hoping to keep up that momentum. But I did use it an additional 51 times in the past month, and if that sounds like a lot, I do count every reapplication as a use. So 51 uses for a total of 89, so that's how long it took me to finish it. And let me show you my progress. So you can see right there, that is where I was when I reintroduced it, first update, and I have now finished it. So I used quite a lot in the past month. I used it, like I said, 51 times. So it took a lot of commitment to finish it, but I was really set on finishing a lipstick this month, and that's why I focused in on this one. So this one will be rolling out, and I will be rolling in another focus shade. Then lastly, for my focus products, we have a lip liner from MAC, and this one again is very small. As you can see, this is the lip liner in Hip and Happy, which you can't really see anymore because I have sharpened it so far down, but this is all that's left of the lip liner, and I cannot sharpen this anymore, so I will be rolling this out as done. You might see there's a little bit of product left there on the tip, but honestly at this point this lip product is so dry, like I'm trying to like swatch it for you. Like I can still use it if I push quite hard, but you can see like it's barely coming off, so it's gone really dry, and towards the end it did crumble a bit when I sharpened it, so I could tell like the end of the product was quite dry. I did not have any problems with it when I was using it throughout the month. It was literally just like the last maybe 2 sharpeners or so. But I am counting this done because, like I said, it is so dry, and I think I could maybe use it one more time, but I'm not going to bother with it because I don't want to drag on my lips too much. But I did really enjoy this, and I used it 25 times in the past month for a total of 26 uses. And again, this is empty, so this one will be rolling out of my focus shades. So you can see here, this is the first month of progress, and it was only like 1 use, but you can see this is where it is now, and it doesn't go all the way down obviously because I can't sharpen the last bit, but that is where it's ending, and that's the progress that I had in the past month. So you can see that I used quite a bit of this lip liner. So before I roll in 2 new focus lip products, I'm going to go ahead and talk through the rest of the products because I have used some of them a little bit, not all of them though, but let's go through them. One product that I had lost last update I have actually found, that is my lip gloss from Clarins. This is the Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector in the shade 02. I found this a couple days after my last update. It had fallen underneath the sofa, which I had looked at, but we currently have a few frames there since we moved into this flat. We haven't hung them up yet, and it literally have fallen like between, like just behind the frame. So like, you know how we have the frame, and it had fallen like behind where the glass is, but like it was literally hiding there, so that's why I didn't find it. But I did find it eventually because I was like, surely it must be somewhere in that like living room area because that's where I used it last that I could recall, and it was there luckily. So I did find it, and I did mark where I was because I said that I had pretty good progress last month, and I did. So you can see that that is the progress that I got last month, and this is the progress that I have now. So in that previous area I used it 30 times, and this one I used it 12, so I have a total use of 42 now, and the previous progress lines are from a different project, so ignore those. But yeah, again, I have 42 uses on this, and I think I can finish this year, but it's not one that I am too worried about finishing because it's just a nice lip product to throw on, especially if my lips are dry, because this is a very nice moisturizing lip gloss, and I used to use it around the house. So that is the next product. The other lip gloss that is in the product is my NYX Body gloss. This one is in the shade Apple Strudel. I have used this 3 times. I'm currently focusing on the other lip gloss, but when that was gone I used this for a couple of times, but not much. Only 3 uses in total, so this is definitely one that I'm going to jump more into once I've finished the other lip gloss, or maybe more in summer because it is more of a peachy shade. Let's skip over to MAC lipsticks that I have not used in the past month. First off we have Rebel, which is this one right here. Don't have very much left of it, but it's not a spring summer color, so I'm waiting with this until autumn. But yeah, I haven't touched that one. And then the other one I haven't touched is Costa Chic, which is more of a summer shade, as you can see, and I'm definitely going to focus on this soon, but not quite yet. I think this is going to be maybe a focus shade from May onwards. But I haven't used it yet. 2 MAC lipsticks that I have used though is first off Angel, which is one that I've used twice in the past month for a total of 5 uses. This is what it looks like. I have used it, like I said, 5 times, but I have not been able to make a new mark on the paper. So you can see right there, that is Angel, so I haven't been able to make a mark, but I have used it 5 times. One that I have actually been able to mark is the shade Sea Sheer, which is a beautiful kind of, I'm actually wearing it today so you can see what it looks like on my lips, but it's a really nice kind of more orangey toned nude. I really like this, and it's been lovely with all of the kind of more orangey tones that I've been doing with my palette recently. So I definitely think this is one that I'm going to get more use out of. So yeah, I used this 8 times in the past month for a total of 8 uses, and I was, like I said, able to make a new mark, and this is where I am now. So it didn't move that much, but I did make a little bit of progress, which is really exciting, especially since I only used it 8 times. So I have 2 more lipsticks from Colourpop in this project that aren't my focus currently, and that is Sauce and She Bad. Both of these are Matte X formulas. I have not used these either. Sauce is like I would say like quite a deep mauve tone, that is it there. And then She Bad is like the opposite. I'm not going to roll this out because it's smushed in the tube, and if I roll it up I won't be able to get it back down, but this is like really nude shade. You can see it right there. Did not use it in the past month. I have used She Bad twice previously though, but I have not yet used Sauce. Next up we have 2 Revlon lip butters. I have not used these much. I actually used one of them for the first time today, which is Candy Apple. I'm actually using this as a cream blush today, so I only used it once, and I did not use it past month, so total 1 use. And then the other one is Wild Watermelon, which I haven't used at all. And Wild Watermelon, they're quite similar, but this one is a little bit more kind of pinky, and the other one is more of a true red, which looks like this. So you can see it right there. So those 2 are 2 more lip butters that I'm focusing on this year, but I haven't gotten around to using them very much yet. Next up we have a lipstick from Chanel, and this is one of the Rouge Allure lipstick in the shade Seduisante, I think it is. And this one looks like this. Again, it's quite low already, but I used it 3 times in the past month, and that is all I've used it. I was not able to make a new mark on the paper for this one, but yeah, I have used it a little bit, and hopefully I can get some more use out of this very soon. Then let's breeze over the last 4 because I have not used any of them. The first one is my YSL lipstick in the shade number 13. This is one of the Rouge Pure Couture's. This is like an orangey red, as you can see, and I have not yet used it. Then we have my Sephora lip cream. I used it twice in the past month, but I did not use it in February, so that is the next one. And then lastly we have 2 more lip liners, and I did not use either of these either. Soar, which is like a mauve tone, as you can see, I've used 4 times in the first month, but not in February. And then lastly we have Prune from NYX, which I have not used at all. So those are the last products, and before I jump into my kind of randomized products, I'm going to go ahead and switch out the 2 focus shades that I finished. So I'm going to roll in 2 new focus lipsticks. And the 2 that I have actually decided to roll in is one that's going to be quite easy to incorporate, which is actually my Chanel lipstick, the one I just showed you in Seduisante, because this one is quite low already, and I think it's going to be a nice kind of pinky shade to replace that pink shade from Revlon in the lip butter. This is definitely more of a nude one, but I still think I can use it in a similar way. So this is going to be the first one that I'm introducing, and then the second one is definitely going to be the more challenging one, but I think that I need to add this in order to remember to use it, otherwise I'm just going to forget. And that is actually my YSL lipstick, the red one, and you can see this is how much I have left, so quite a lot. So I need to get a move on because it's definitely a shade that I want to wear more in spring and summer, and that is why I'm introducing it as my focus lipstick. So those are going to be the new replacement for my focus, and hopefully I can get some really good use out of these in the next month. So like I said, that is kind of the Project Pan part of this video. Let's move into the randomization, or like the lipsticks that I randomized last month and tell you what I rated all of them. Let's just say that this month wasn't as nice as the first month. I remember in the first month I rated almost all my lipsticks 4 or 5, but yeah, in the past month I did not like my lipsticks as much, but I still enjoy them. So let's just go through them in order. The first one is my lipstick from MAC in the shade Heroin. This one is like a really kind of bright purple, as you can see, and yeah, I like this, but it's definitely not my favorite type of purple, so I gave this a 3. Then next up we have actually 2 of my Colourpop lipsticks. First up we have the shade Upside Down, which is like a really light creamsicle kind of shade. I wore this in a video, and originally I was gonna rate this like a 4 because I really enjoyed it, but when I saw it in my video, first of all it made my teeth look really yellow, which I don't know, I don't mind too much, but yeah, it wasn't the most flattering. And then also it was very white based, and it again wasn't the most flattering thing, so I decided to rate it a 3 because in real life I really enjoy it and the way it looks, but on camera it did not look very nice and that kind of threw me off a bit, and I decided to rate this a 3. Then the other shade, which is Back Up, is another purple, but this is more of a, it's not like super cool tone, but it is a bit more of a cool tone purple compared to Heroin. And this one I decided to rate a 4 because I do think I like this one more than the MAC one, and I do like this formula a bit more as well, so this one I rated a 4. Next up we have my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Antwerp, which is like a corally, kind of slightly deeper coral shade, as you can see. This one I decided to rate a 3 again. I like it, it's flattering, but it's not my favorite type of pink, so that's why I rated this a 3. We have a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade So 90s, which is quite a deep brown shade, like you can see it right here. I really quite like this, but it is a bit, maybe like it's a tad too deep for what I would wear on an everyday basis, but I decided to rate it a 4 because I do think I really like it, and it's a bit more of a nude tone, which is something that I like more now than those brighter tones that I used to love. So I decided to rate it a 4, but it's not a perfect lipstick for me, so that's why it's not a 5. Next up we have another Chanel lipstick. This one is also one of the Rouge Allures, or actually this is one of the Rouge Allure Velvets in the shade number 2. This one I like it. It's a red. You can see it right there. It's a red. I like it, and I think I like reds on me, so I was thinking about again rating this a 4, but it's not my favorite red at all. So again I decided to rate this a 3 because I think that if I was to declutter some reds, this would definitely be one less on the shopping block because it's not my favorite, and that's why I decided to rate this a 3. So we have 2 more 3s to go. Both of these actually from Revlon. The first one is the Kissable Balm Stain in the shade Lovesick. This one used to be one of my absolute faves, and I actually have used quite a lot of it. I still have quite a bit left, but I have used a lot of it, and this is what it looks like. It's a really nice pink color. It's quite a sheer one that leaves a bit of a stain, which I like, but it's not my favorite anymore, so that's why I rated it a 3. The other one is a lip gloss that is obviously like a really bright pink, you can see, with a few blue glitters in it, and I held on to this for so long because it's such a unique shade and I do like it, but yeah, it's not my favorite anymore. And when I was using this, I felt like the smell has gone off and it's definitely a bit old, so I have decided to declutter this. And if you look inside of this, I don't know if you will be able to pick this up on camera, but I do have quite a lot of windows showing in here, so I have used a lot of this, but it's just not a shade that I would want to pan either, and since it's going bad I do want to declutter it. So both these are 3, but I do actually have my first declutter of the year. Then we have 2 more to go. The next one is also a gloss, and this one comes from Maybelline, and it's one of their lifted glosses in the shade Topaz. I'll give this one a 4 because I quite like it. It's a bit more of a sheer gloss with a bit of a shimmer running through it. You can see it right there. I like this. It's not maybe as colored as I would like. I prefer a bit more of a colored gloss, but it's really nice. It's still a nice tone, and I think this would be something that would be super easy to throw on if you just want something on your lips, if they're for example dry, or if you just don't know what you're gonna wear with like a bold eye look, for example. So that's why I rated this a 4, but it's not my perfect gloss. Then lastly we have my last product, which is actually my only 5 last month, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury lip sheet, so the lip liner in the shade Pillow Talk. This is a really nice nude shade, you can see it right there, and I wore it on its own as well as with another lipstick, and I really like this. It's a beautiful nude shade and it suits me really well, and that's why I'm rating this a 5. It's definitely a lip liner that I feel like I always want to have in my collection because I don't reach for lip liners very often, but this is one that I really enjoy, enjoy, and that's why I rated this a 5. So those are all the lip products that I randomized last month. So let's go ahead and pick 10 new ones to focus on in the next month and kind of go through and rate. So I do have my big bag of lip products right here, and let's just go ahead and randomize, or like I guess go in and pick a few. So let's just go ahead and start. So the first one is one of my lip glue lipsticks. This one is from Kat Von D and it's in the shade Bow and Arrow. I have used this quite a lot. I actually had this in a project end of last year, but it's exciting to reach for because I know I like this one. Next up, I'm going to pick 2 at the same time because yeah, I have quite a few to pick. I actually got another 2 lip glue lipsticks. The next one is actually another KVD liquid lipstick in the shade Agogo, which is a really bright orange. You can see it right there. I like this especially in summer. Then we have my e.l.f. Sheer Matte liquid lipstick in the shade Praline Petal, which looks like this. I have only used this once, I think, so I'm excited to play around with it a bit more. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick the next one, which is going to be a YSL lipstick in the shade 49, which is a very bright pink, as you can see. So that's going to be the next one. The next lipstick is my NARS lipstick in the shade Raquel, which is a beautiful nude. This is what it looks like. That is going to be the 5th lipstick. Okay, let's go and go digging a bit towards the end of this bag. Let's see what we get. We get another lipstick gloss, actually. This is exciting. This one is in the shade Amber, which is one that I've only swatched on my lips. I mean, I've wore it on my lips, I guess, but I didn't wear it throughout the day. So this one is more of one of those cream formulas, which I enjoy. So I reckon I'm going to really like this one, and that's going to be the 6th products. Again, let's go ahead and pick 2 new ones together because I have quite a lot left to pick. So the next 2 are actually both MAC lipsticks because I guess they are close together. The first one is in the shade Crosswires, which is a beautiful kind of orangey brick kind of shade. I like this one a lot. And then the other one is a cult favorite. This one is in the shade Velvet Teddy, which is obviously like a nudie kind of brownie shade, and yeah, it's a stunning nude, and I'm excited to wear both of these. So those are 8. We have 2 more to pick, so let's go ahead and pick one. The next one is actually a lip liner. So this one is annoying, I guess, but this one is my NYX Suede lip liner in the shade Prune, which, if you recall, my other lip liner from NYX is also called Prune, and this one I think is a dupe for that one. So yeah, I'm gonna wear it, but it's very similar to the other one, and we'll see how it goes. But that is going to be the next product, and then we're going to pick the very final lip product, which is going to be another one of my Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Very Victoria, which is again more brownie nude, but this one is definitely lighter than the shade So 90s, so I do think I'm going to like this one more. And that is my last product and my last randomized lip product. And with that, I'm going to wrap up this video because I reckon this is going to be quite a long one. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.